So this is equipped with two tone engines or tone generators. It does have the SuperNATURAL piano engine, but it also has the ZEN-Core engine. So I'm getting used to that setup because it's exactly what is available in the Phantom O series. It also has some SuperNATURAL instruments in it, but the core of the tones that are available there is produced through the ZEN-Core synthesis engine. Now it makes sense to me, or maybe I should say I'm grateful, that Roland has included the SuperNATURAL, because for acoustic piano applications only, I don't find the ZEN-Core has quite the depth to give the authenticity that I'm used to, particularly if I'm playing in some sort of professional setting, or especially if I'm going to use this as a sound source in some sort of a remote recording situation. The SuperNATURAL is definitely a lot more, I think, authentic, and just has, especially up through the velocity ranges, you don't hear quite as much stepping going on. You get a little bit of that sometimes with some of the ZEN-Core acoustic pianos. The other nice thing is they have included the piano designer on here. You can't actually access the piano designer with an app. The Piano Roland app, or the Roland Piano app, does not connect with this instrument at this point. But they do have the piano designer on there, so you can even get in there to the SuperNATURAL engine and make those tweaks, which is fantastic. So here is the sound for the SuperNATURAL Concert Piano 001. So that was the SuperNATURAL Concert Piano. If we go down to something that the ZEN-Core is generating, like just Piano 1, for example. The tone, for sure, in any individual sense, is still a really great sample. So once we get past the acoustic piano category, and it's really easy to navigate through the sounds right here, then you get into some really juicy E-piano tones. And the tone stays when you switch. There's not like that cutoff, which is awesome. Some really great solo strings as well. Pretty believable, especially if you were going to layer that in with something. Super lush strings as well. Massive pipe organ selection. I think the aspects where you can truly hear how much breadth there is to the synthesis is when you get into the pads, which are a little more obvious in terms of the motion and the various elements of the tone. Tons and tons of range in there. I also like the fact that you've got your modulation wheels, your pitch bender as well as your mod. You know, usually it's assigned to a vibrato, but you could hear in that case that that was on kind of both a bit of a frequency filter as well as a resonance cutoff thing. There was several things assigned to that wheel. So final points on sound. For acoustic, you're going to want to stick to the SuperNATURAL. For everything else, you're going to have a ton of fun exploring hundreds and hundreds of sounds that are already on here, a lot of them preset to work really intuitively with those mod wheels. And you've got the whole universe of the Roland Music Cloud that have all of those downloadable packs. Like I said, I think it's close to 100 or maybe even over 100, which are available and compatible with the FP-E50. Let's talk about the speakers now, because normally in this price range, and I know I say this a lot, but normally in this price range, the speakers are a bit of an afterthought. Down-facing speakers as well seems to be like kind of like going out of style. You see a lot of the newer instruments with either top-facing speakers or back-facing speakers. But the form factor on this being a little bit taller, I think must have given them the ability to get larger speaker boxes inside, because even though this is rated only at 11 watts per side, this is filling this room up like substantially, because it sounds truly fantastic. Are they loud enough that you're going to, be able to gig with these onboard speakers? No way. They've got the 1/4 inch out, so you can get this into a PA. But certainly for personal playing at home, you are not going to have to reinforce this with any kind of an amp. It's really quite impressive in terms of the fullness, given how light the instrument is and the rated wattage that Roland states on its spec sheet.